The origins, philosophies, and goals of Confucianism and Taoism. Confucianism began in the Warring States period as a way to control and unify the people of China. It comes from the teachings of Confucius. Its philosophies include keeping to tradition, following a strict hierarchy of relationships, working for the greater good of the state, and filial obedience. Goals include helping the state and contributing to the country. Taoism also began in the Warring States period. Taoism is a more mellow approach to unification than Confucianism was. It promotes following your own path, balance, as in the yin and yang, and passiveness. Those who are Taoist seek unity with the universe. The decline and fall of Han China, Rome, and Gupta. The decline of Han China began with the financial strain from wartime taxes and entered turmoil politically. Han China eventually broke into 3 states. After their fall, they eventually returned to former glory. Rome was a very big empire. Its borders grew too big to defend, and attacks from Germanic tribes began to weaken the edges of the empire. Internally, Rome was suffering from a corrupted upper class and an angry lower class. It became decentralized and eventually broke into 2 pieces, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire, called the Byzantine Empire. The Gupta Empire declined because of their lack of centralization. It was divided into too many regions. When it was attacked by the Hun, the Gupta Empire broke apart easily. Trade over the Trans-Saharan route and the Silk Road. Trans-Saharan trade was dependent on the rise of Ghana, but it was not very well controlled. They used caravan camels to cross the dangerous desert. It linked Africa and the Mediterranean. Mostly, the Trans-Saharan trade route spread Islam, cultures, disease, and hostile forces. The Silk Road developed between 300 BCE and 600 BCE, with the Emperor Wu Di playing a major role in its development. The Silk Road has had a long history of control, and it was mostly safe when controlled by the Mongols. Because there were frequent stops, the traders along the Silk Road used horses. It linked Asia and Europe. The Silk Road spread Christianity and Buddhism. The decline of Mesopotamia and Egypt. The success of the Mesopotamian and the Egyptian empires attracted unwanted attention from other civilizations. Both of these empires were too big and too weak to hold off attacks from invaders, and they eventually fell. The Olmec and the Chavan civilizations versus other early civilizations. The Olmec and the Chavan civilizations had many things in common with other early cultures. The only major differences here are that they developed on the western hemisphere and did not have any major rivers nearby. They relied on rainwater and strategic irrigation to water crops.